And we're here. And not muted.
Ain't no way.
Well, welcome everybody to another episode of LUMENIGHT. This is our wonderful guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. My name is YingYue, or you can just call me Ying, call me Yue, whatever you like to call me. I'm your local, comfy, chaotic moon Vanu goddess, and yeah.
I love how your accent slightly changes when you say Vinay.
Vanay.
Vinay.
Vanay. Vanay.
So we'll start off with our first part, which is basically all of the get to know you cute things. With the first one is what made you decide to be a VTuber?
Alright, so I started my Twitch account, just like the making of the account on Twitch back, I think in end of 2021. That's when I got into the Valorant scene. I was really into Valorant. I still am, but I was heavily watching a lot of Valorant streamers and all that. And then I thought, hey, I kind of want to try this as well. I kind of want to try streaming, but there's a few things that stop me. Number one, I am very self-conscious of my face. I'm very self-conscious. I have low self-esteem. I also didn't want to show myself just for privacy reasons. And that's when I stumbled upon my first VTuber, who's still my friend to this day. And then I'm like, hey, this is interesting. I'm like, I could do this. So I sat with a friend. We came up with a character. I came up with a name, and then it just spiraled from there.
You went into the, as one could say, the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole.
Well, when you got started, what are some of the challenges that you faced when you first got started?
I think for me, big part of what for me was I didn't have a PC. So I only streamed on a laptop, and we all know, even if you don't have a gaming laptop, there's only so much a laptop can handle. It can only do so much. So unfortunately, at the time I was only able to stream just chatting. I was only able to stream stuff I was able to stream Minecraft a few times, and then but anything else outside of that, oh, it was a disaster. It was terrible. So I think mainly for me that was the main thing, is because I also felt stuck with my content, right? Because I was only just doing just chatting. There's only so much you can talk about. There's only so much you can talk about, I feel. And so I'm just like, I'm not moving on into any different content. So when I got my PC, that was the first thing I did. I can finally stream Valorant. I can finally do this. I can finally do that. I don't have to worry about me suddenly not my stream crashing, me freezing. I don't gotta worry about that anymore.
That's good. I bet that felt liberating.
Oh hell yeah.
So wait, did you say that you got a PC or that you got a gaming laptop? Which one did you say?
Oh no, I got a PC now.
Oh, okay. Got a PC, got a big boy.
Got a big boy, built it from scratch myself.
When did you do that?
This year, January.
Okay, I didn't know if you were if you built it during the GPU apocalypse 2 years ago.
No, I did not. I built it afterwards, so my GPU wasn't that. It was still expensive, but it wasn't crazy expensive, and also there was stock. There was actually something for me to buy.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I had a PC when I was VTubing. Well, before I was VTubing, I already had a PC, but it's because I had a hobby of building PCs even before streaming. So I had a computer, but the computer I had technically wasn't powerful enough to stream and game at the same time, just stream. Hi, T, how are you?
Hi, bestie.
So after the GPU apocalypse was when I got an upgrade, but it wasn't because the apocalypse was almost over. I say this. I'm being very dramatic. To me, it felt like an apocalypse.
Okay, it was an apocalypse, all right? Think about it. GPUs was not available, and then if you did get a GPU, it was at a minimum 1.5K.
Yes, literally. Like it. That's for like the basic models.
Yeah, that's for like basic models. Like I think right now I got a 3060 Ti and it ran me about, I want to say maybe 700-800 USD.
That's good.
It's so good. Like my entire PC came to under like a total of like $2,000, and I'm like, okay, thank bless.
That's really good for a PC to game. I guess Valorant's not as heavy as like I don't know. What's another heavy game?
Valorant is CPU heavy, so you had to have a good CPU.
Gotcha.
Valorant relies is a CPU usage. It's not a GPU usage game. It's a CPU usage game. So if your CPU isn't that good, like it's eh.
It's just all down from that. But I guess
it's all down.
Yeah. Valorant does. I don't play Valorant. I did when it first came out, but then I stopped. But Valorant does have a lot of backing programs because people like to do cheatsies and stuff like that. It does like have a lot of security with it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why it's CPU heavy.
I guess. I think that's true. Like, there's so many cheats. The feeling when you get a cheater out, though, it's so satisfying.
Doesn't it cancel your match if it detects a cheater?
It does, but it doesn't, like, if you're like in a comp game, like a ranked game, like you won't lose anything. You don't gain anything, you don't lose anything.
Oh, okay. That's good though. I'd rather do that than to have a cheater and have to like deal with them the whole game.
Exactly.
Unlike other games, like well, actually every other game. I didn't think that pointing out cheaters in games would be like as I bet it's satisfying in Valorant because they do something about it. But in other games, like in Apex, for example, Pepe, right? I was playing it with my friend just for funsies, and we ran into a cheater. And at first, my friend said they were cheating, and I was like, "Are they cheating or are they diffing you?" And she was like, "No, they're cheating. Like they're actually cheating." Because she had to check, and she was like, "Am I getting diffed?" Oh no, they're actually cheating. And I was like, "What do they have? Like walls?" Or she was like, "They have aim. I don't think they have walls because they don't see me, but they snap really quickly." I was like, "Okay, well let me give it a shot." And I like peeked for 1 second, and I was like almost dead. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well." And then I went to another area and peeked for 1 second, almost dead again. I was like, "Yeah, maybe they are.
Maybe they are just cheating."
Because it's like every single bullet in their mag landed a headshot, and I was like, "All right."
Oh yeah, no, that's on Apex. Hell no.
Yeah, even
on Apex.
Because my friend was playing
Valorant, maybe. Yeah, Valorant, maybe, but Apex, hell no.
Yeah, because my friend was playing Octane, and they were like sliding and bouncing off the walls, and they just almost shredded them with all headshots. I was like, "Oh, nah, that's not. That's not play.
That's not. That's not it.
Not it." What is one of your favorite projects that you worked on while being a VTuber?
Favorite projects. So I haven't done a lot of projects, unfortunately. I'm kind of just a hermit most of the time. I just stick to what I do, and then just my little group of friends. But there's one thing I did do with my friend, and it's my first and currently only song cover that I did with her. We covered Diamond City Lights by Lazulite. And it was like the hardest song to sing because it was so high pitched.
I've heard about somebody doing that. I didn't realize it was you doing that cover.
Oh no, yeah, I did it. I think I sent it into the Okimi like song collabs because people kept saying like, "Oh, we want to hear like an example of your covers." I only have one, but sure, here.
Oh no.
Oh, something. I'm just like, yes, singing.
I would participate more in the song collabs if I could sing.
I mean, it's fun though, right? Like that's the thing with song covers is that yeah, there's the people who are gods at singing, and then you have the people who just do it for fun, and like that's I feel like is what it is. It's fun. Like I don't personally feel like I'm a good singer. I don't personally think that. Like every time I record something and I listen back to my raw vocals, I'm cringing. I'm like, why do I sound like that?
Not the cringing.
Oh, I cringe hard. I'm like, ew, I sound like that? What the heck? But then, like, you take a look at it, right? And it's like, you slowly get better at stuff like this, I feel, with, like, singing. Like, you slowly start learning how to project better, how to record better. And plus, mixers are God. I will always say, your mixer will be able to help you sound at least pretty decent. If not good, but at least pretty decent.
I wanted to learn how to mix music, but I don't really know where to start or what programs to
It's
use.
hard. It's hard. It's
Oh,
hard
no.
to learn to mix. Yeah.
Did you plan on doing any other vocals in the future?
Yes, I actually have. So I just auditioned for a song cover recently. I'll see if I get it. If not, I don't. Like, you know, no big deal. I do have another song cover collab coming up. I need to find time to record it though. And then, oh yeah, I have to start working on the Okimi song cover collab. I still have to figure out everything.
Is the Okami, is that just one song cover, or are you guys doing multiple
Oh no,
covers?
there'll be more in the future. Just currently we're gonna start with one, see how to organize everything, and then that's how we're gonna plan it.
I gotcha. And is there multiple singers, I guess?
This one, yeah, I tend to try to find songs that we can do where it's minimum 4 people usually. The current one that we're doing right now has like about. So yeah, so again, like I say, like it's like there's like an audition. However, it's not really an audition. It's just kind of an interest for. And then out of the people who are interested, like I take samples of their vocals and I just see who fits with what the best.
That sounds like a lot, though.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
Especially organizing a collab with multiple people. I wanted to organize a collab, either a demonologist one or a Pico Park one.
Oh my god, Pico Park would be fun.
As long as like no one rages.
I don't think I rage. I think at one point Pico Park just makes me just like absolutely insane. So I just start laughing at everything. There's that one level in Pico Park where it's like where you have to like knock the balls like onto like the blocks and all that, and you have to try to get the key and get to the end, but you can't let the ball touch the ground.
Oh yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. You gotta hit the bricks or something.
Yeah, you gotta hit the bricks. That specific level, we failed so many times because the ball kept dropping. You get a lot of chances, and like people don't know what's happening. Jump and start, and so everything is chaoticness of just like all the balls hitting, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh.
The one that me and my friends struggled with was the one level where you had to, the ball had to hit the glass bottle to get the key, but you had to jump over the ball.
Yeah, and it gets faster.
Yes.
Oh, you just have to time it at that point. And
yeah.
You time it and you just start cracking up and dying of laughter, and then you're.
And then we would constantly.
Oh yeah.
There's like, I kept messing up with the slow ball. I could get the fast ones. I just kept messing up with the slow ones.
It's because you anticipate it too early or too fast, and then when it doesn't happen, you're like, ah, shoot.
Then you're like, oh, I'll try it again. Oh, I'll try it again. What is happening?
You're like, what in the world?
Like, why? And then you just, you know, like you said, slowly start going insane.
Exactly. You start slowly going insane.
What is one of your goals for this year as a VTuber?
As a VTuber, one of my goals this year, huh? I think for me, I want to start putting out different content. So primarily right now I am just a streamer. I want to really call like I guess like a streamer still qualifies as a content creator, but in my eyes, when we say as a content, you create other things. You're not just a streamer. You create like for videos. If you do TikToks, like that's your thing. TikToks, you know, or like song covers and all that. I feel like I want to start doing that more. I want to create more content because like as of right now, I feel like I just play Valorant and like that's literally all my streams are. I scream in Valorant. I people find it funny. How funny? Yeah, sure. But then I want to be able to branch out. I want to branch out and create more, and maybe like gather a bigger audience. Maybe by the end of this year, I hit 1.5k on Twitch. Hopefully, pray. Yeah, I think those are my goals.
Are you gonna do a subathon if you hit the 1.5?
Okay, so funnily enough, I'm actually currently in the middle of my donathon. I still have 4 hours left to go on my uncapped donathon right now.
What the? I thought that was planned. I didn't know you already started.
Oh no, I set it on September 1st, and then I've been taking a few days break in between though on the days, just because like I get so busy with school, with work, and all that, so like I can't really stream on those days because I'm exhausted to no end.
Oh, but then I stream school and work.
Yeah, I do streaming. I have a part-time job, and gotta do what you gotta do for the money. Okay, life is expensive.
It is super expensive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I do all that. So because of that, I can't really stream every single day, but I try to whenever I have the time. Sometimes I'll even do like productivity streams where I'm working and it's just like a cozy, comfy atmosphere, and then we're just working like all together. Mostly me procrastinating though, but like we work.
Procrastinating.
Oh my god, procrastinating. That's like something I do all the time. My main goal right now is to create more content on other platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and all that. I have one TikTok out and I forgot how to edit a TikTok. I have to relearn everything. And then I think if I can get more of this content out, you know, I think that's one of my main goals. And also the other main goal is hit 1.5k on Twitch. I don't even care about Twitter anymore. So I don't even care about that.
That's what a couple people say. They just gave up on Twitter.
No, yeah, it's because like your Twitter reachment does not equal like reachment on stream. Like,
yeah, not at all.
People like and like vice versa. You get what I mean? Like you may have a huge Twitch following, but you might not. You might have a pretty smaller Twitter following. So in that sense, you kind of have to prioritize which one you want to focus on, right?
Yeah.
And like in my opinion, the obvious choice would be Twitch, cause like Twitter, yeah, sure, some people have been actually making some money on Twitter, but compared to what they would make on Twitch is like it's just like the better option in the long run too.
I didn't even consider Twitter for income at all.
Oh no, I saw some people saying like, "Oh, I got like paid on Twitter." And I'm like, "That's a thing?" But it's with Twitter, it's so unpredictable because sometimes you'll be on the right side of the algorithm and other times you would not be on the right side at all.
And it seems like your tweets don't show to all your following all the time, kind of like how TikTok does.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. So, yeah.
So I would rather use Twitter and TikTok to point people to Twitch rather than more than anything.
Yeah, same.
So how many do you make shorts at all?
I haven't made any YouTube shorts. I made a long time ago, back in May. I actually did create a TikTok, funnily enough. It didn't like quote unquote pop up, and I didn't expect to pop up. It was like my first ever TikTok. It's like a super little thing of like moments I clipped together, and I just wanted something out to be out there, you know. And then but even then, it actually weirdly got me like 20 more followers, and I'm like, from what? Okay, from what? Like, it's just me being dumb in Valorant. Like, that's it. It's just me being dumb. Literally, the first clip is me failing to kill an enemy for like I use like the whole mag basically to try to kill this one enemy, and I fail. And then the next second, I headshot the other one. I'm like, huh? It makes no sense to me.
You want to talk about inconsistent?
Like, if you want to talk about inconsistent, like, I'm inconsistent in everything.
I would probably play the same way if I played Valorant at all.
Oh my god. Like, I panic shoot things. Like, there's this one clip where I completely failed, like, to kill this person. It was so funny. You see me trying so hard, but I'm just like, nope, I ain't killing them.
Oh no. Like, they ended up getting away, but how? Because my bullets dodged the enemy. That's what happened.
My bullets created a circle around them.
There was an invisible force field, man. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Then you just gotta hit him with that. I was lagging.
I was skipping frames.
Exactly. Like, oh, I shot in between like 2 frames. That's how they got away. Like, So the next segment, we're going to talk about creative processes and stuff. So when you start on a new project or something, what is your creative process? Like, if you want to commission an artist to do something, what are the type of ideas that you have? How do you gather them together?
So, so do you mean like if I try to commission a person for something?
Yeah, like for example, if you try to commission somebody for like a new piece of art, like how do you, because what I would do is like I would gather, well really I would just gather a whole bunch of random pictures from Pinterest, be like, I like this, and then here's my reference sheet, and can you make this?
So I think before I even commission anyone, I think I try to always have the idea in my head already. So usually I commission an artist is because I found a pose reference that I freaking loved, and I'm like, oh, I need this as an artwork for myself. And then, my thought process might be weird. So a lot of people commission artists because they like the artist, and I do too. But my thought process of finding an artist is that I have to have a pose reference like already picked, and then I start looking for artists. That's so that like I don't know if like, kind of like more weird or whatever, because I know typically people find artists first and then they find poses, but for me I find a pose first and then I go into the artist and then I give them my reference, like, hi, I really like your art, because I do a lot of sketch. So I'm like, hi, I really like your art, I would like to of my character, and then I give like descriptions and all that. Yeah, that's like my whole like thought process, I guess, on how I commission stuff.
I did the same thing yesterday because I wanted more art for panels, because I'm only just now within the past like couple months taking streaming more seriously, and I wanted to make my branding look a little prettier. So that I did the exact same thing that you said. I was like, let me look for some other examples that I really like, and then let me find an artist that can make the style that I'm thinking of.
Right? Like, when I'm searching for artists, I'm looking for a particular style. And then they're like, oh, what like pose and reference do you do? Like, if I don't have it in advance, I panic. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, because like you're just gonna sit there and kind of stare at them. They're gonna stare at you. They're kind of gonna, I don't know. They kind of expect you to have a reference already.
Yeah, they're gonna expect that.
Because like, and I'm sure you don't want to waste their time or anything.
You know. So I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm here.
Because that's what I did. I was like clicking through a lot of my mods, and I was like, do you guys have something that's like cute that I would like that I would slap my character on?
I know. I commissioned this other artist the other day. And then what was it? They were just like I'm like, oh my god, wait, I like the art. I'm like, what pose reference I do? I'm like, you know what? I see this other pose reference I like. I'm just gonna take. I'm like, oh, I really like the art that you did for this person, and I'm like, can I get like a similar pose reference?
That's true. I think I did that for one of the panels. Like, it's so much. It is easier when you can just take from their portfolio. Like, hey, you made this for this person. Can you make one for me too?
Yeah.
I guess that's why the your character here art reference photos are like the easiest thing to commission.
Oh yeah.
What are some projects that you've already done with your VTuber that you are very proud of?
As much as I say I hate it, like I'm always like, ew, my first cover is so weird and all that. I'm genuinely proud of it for the amount of time I had, plus just the timing of everything. I'm actually kind of proud of it because that thing was not easy to record. Ugh.
So what was the first thing you had to do with the song cover?
Okay, first thing we had to do. So when you do a song cover, number one thing is you have to. My friend, we were debating for the longest time. We're like, what song should we do? And like, we're like, you know what? Let's do this song. It's iconic. It's classic VTubing world. You know what? Let's do this song.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The next part is that you have to split the lyrics. So Diamond City Lights was a 3-person song, so we obviously couldn't go for 3-person. So what we did was we just kind of broke it up into sections, and then it was just basically half and half. And then you record. Now recording was the hardest part because recording for a video versus like streaming and singing, they're all completely different. The way you have your microphone set up, the way the loudness of your microphone is, how close you have to be to your microphone, how far you have to be, are you standing up, sitting down, like it all differs when you sing. It's so different. And like, do you have like a pop filter when you sing? Do you not have a pop filter when you sing? How loud is like what's the microphone gain at when you sing? Like it's all different. So I have a setting. I have to turn my gain like lower when I record versus when I'm streaming I turn it up. It's just so different.
What was the hardest thing you had to do during the whole process?
Probably singing the chorus of that entire thing. All right, that chorus is extremely high. My vocal range is not that impressive, right? I just sing, I'm an alto, so I can't really sing high notes. And the fact that I had to kind of like push my vocal, I'm like, God damn it. It was so weird. And every time I heard, I'm like, I suck. I'm not good at this.
It's like, it sounds more like you had a struggle with confidence more than anything.
Okay, maybe, but at the same time, I hated, like, when I heard it, I hated the sound of my voice as well. So I'm like, okay. I think, genuinely, I recorded maybe... I took about 5 days to record, and I recorded every single day, and I took about an hour and a half each day recording. The main part was always the stupid chorus.
5 days?
3 times. I had to sing the chorus 3 times because they were different lyrics in each one.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
If you would have, I know you probably don't. Yeah, because you don't clock in and clock out for stuff like this. If you were to take a guess, like I know you said 5 days, how many hours in total do you think this project took?
Ooh. My recording took about maybe, I want to say it took it's probably around like a full 8 hour, almost like an 8-hour shift.
Yeah, can you imagine like trying to sing for 8 hours straight though?
I know people do it, but I'm like, no, not me. Nuh-uh, not me.
Did you have to try to do vocal exercises and stuff?
Yeah, I did warm-ups. I did a lot of things. I did, trying to project my voice. Use like, was it my I forget what it's called. Like, I searched up a bunch of videos on YouTube, and then I'm like, you know what? This is too complicated for me. I'm just gonna go at it. I said, not today.
It is one of those moments where you kind of like look at a tutorial and then you're like, okay, I'm motivated. I will follow along everything. And then the tutorial is like 30 minutes long. And you're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know which tutorial. Well, of course I don't know which tutorial you looked at, but I did see a vocal tutorial that was like 30, 40 minutes long. And I was like, sheesh.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Sheesh. The next segment is going to talk more about your design. This is where I kind of fangirl over your card because, again, I think that your card is super, super pretty.
Thank you. I haven't updated that in a while, though. I need to update it soon.
I haven't touched mine either. The only thing I think I need to look at is I know that if you made a YouTube like last year, then you can have a handle, and they came out with handles and stuff. So I think I have to change some of my YouTube links, but then again, if they go straight to my page where I change the links, I don't know. I've been back and forth about that, and then I've been forgetting about it, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I felt that.
But when you were looking at inspiration for your card, for example, I know you said this off stream, but I guess I'll just have you repeat yourself. What was the process of coming up with ideas for your card?
Literally, I think at the time I was messaging T and I was like, hi, I know you make your cards super pretty. I'm like, how the heck did you even do this? And she's like, oh, there's like a bunch of tutorials on YouTube and all that. I was like, there's tutorials for stuff like this? Because like I always
for everything.
True, but I'm like, I feel like card is so obscure. Now it's more popular, right? Because it's like a mini website. But like, it used to be so obscure. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I can find one. She's like, oh no, yeah, there's like plenty. And like, she sent me a bunch of links. And then I found like there's like this like one YouTuber who like did a lot of it. She did like different styles too. And then so basically I just spent like what, an hour just scrolling through her entire channel. I found one that I like and I just copied it to a T. I'm like, I don't want to change things other than the colors. I changed the colors, obviously. Like I changed it to me. But then like I'm just gonna do everything to the T. And so that's how I did it.
And when you say to a T, like you didn't even change like the colors or anything? This is exactly how it looked?
Okay, no, I changed the colors, but like everything else, like stylistic wise, I'm like, I ain't changing that. Screw that. Nuh-uh. I'm not changing.
Like, I am not today. I am not dealing with that today.
I am not that creative.
Because when I followed a tutorial on mine, I meant to like change a couple of the colors more, but then I forgot.
Oh, real. I felt that.
I feel like every single barrier when it comes to me designing something ends up with me just forgetting to do it.
Yeah, no, I get that completely.
And I try to keep track of everything. Like, I try to use Trello more often so that I can keep track of tasks, but I just now realized that I forgot that I had a Trello. There's a pattern with me here in my memory.
Oh, yeah.
And what about your VTuber design? Like, why did you come up with your specific, PNG tuber design? It's really pretty, by the way.
Thank you. So this is 2.0, I guess you can call it. So, my name before used to be like Tsuki_Yue or just Tsuki_Yue. I had a completely different design. It was really big. It was like, I can't really call it basic because it wasn't even that basic, but like, it was compared to my current design, it was a lot more simpler compared to my current design. I ended up changing because I felt like it wasn't me anymore. So so I was like, okay, I want to change my design, but I'm like, what should I do? I'm like, I need to go to this like with a plan in mind. I can't go with, like, no plan. And then I think I ended up creating like a folder of just like new design stuff, and it has like multiple different references. It has like outfit designs, like color palettes, hair and hair color, like hairstyles, and I created this whole document about what I wanted it to be like. And I gave it to my design artist, and she went with it, and she just did it.
Oh, well, that was simple.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I've been trying to find like an easier way for me to come up with a mood board when I want stuff commissioned. I know you can like commission a reference sheet, and that's just one of the easiest things to do, but like you even gotta know what your reference sheet should look like.
Yeah, you definitely do. I think one of the main things is like you definitely need to settle on a color palette. I think that's like you need to find a color palette that you need to find a color palette that you feel like is you, because a lot of times I'll see people be like, "Oh yeah, this is like my reference sheet," and like, but then I'll see them like with like artwork or whatever, and it's like it's always so different than what I feel like the ref sheet is. If that thing doesn't make you comfortable, if you don't feel like, hey, I'm comfortable with this is me, maybe it isn't you, then maybe you need to change things up. And it's like it's okay to change. Like I don't think change is necessarily a bad thing about it. I do know that there's so many VTubers now and that there's always gonna be some kind of, you're gonna always have to have a little bit of to another person. That's just the unfortunate sad part to it. Like for me, I was like, the thing I think that made me stood out originally was my hair color. I barely saw people with a purple to pink like the specific gradient. I rarely saw it, but recently I did find someone with this color gradient. And you know what it made me? It made me so freaking happy because I'm like, finally, someone who can understand my pain when I'm trying to do like, you know, like the stupid like little like Japanese like customization of a character or whatever. I can never find something that looks like my like character. It's so hard to find it.
No, no.
And I'm like, finally, someone who can understand my pain of having this hair color.
Not the pain.
Cause like I feel like everyone typically has like a solid hair color, or it's like a two-toned. But then like you have like me with like 3 different colors, and like I'm like how like I'm like sometimes like I've had like one artist one time who low-key just completely gave up on the gradient and just like made my hair like longer than it originally was, and just kind of like they low-key gave up. Oh my, I could tell.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fine. It's fine. You know, like I don't blame you. It is not easy to do gradients, and especially like a smooth transition as well. Like it's not easy.
Yeah, I've only seen it done like a couple times. There aren't that many hairstyles that I've actually seen that go into a gradient. I guess that's why.
Yeah, that's probably why. So I'm like, I don't blame you at all. Like it is okay.
It is okay. You know what? It is what it is. We all feel your pain.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you feel when you finally found somebody that could recreate the look?
I immediately followed them.
Hit that follow super quick.
I'll bam. I feel like I know that this whole thing in VTubing is all about like originality, how original your character is, like this and that. And like when there's similarities, like certain similarities, people start like a witch hunt against the old, like against a newer person. Yes, there are times where it might be a little, I do get that. I'm not saying that there's definitely no like complete copycats out there. There's definitely a few copycats, and there's definitely people who will use other VTubers art and trace over it or whatever. Like it does I'm not saying it doesn't. However, just for example, like the whole concept of I'm not the first person to do it. Like there are so many other moon bunnies. Do we all look the same? No, but like you can't coin a concept in a community that is growing by the day. There's new VTubers coming every single day. You can't exactly quote unquote copyright a concept because you legally didn't. Like it's not wrong. Like true, there's difference between copy and inspiration. I do get that. Not like even just from like a fan of art point. Like I get that there's like differences, but like I see so many people who are like whales and they have like, just like the slightest similarities to like Shy Lily, and then like Shy Lily fans are like, and then Shy Lily fans are immediately attacking like that new person, and I'm just like, Shy Lily is great. Don't get me wrong, she's amazing, but like just because someone else has a bit of a similarity, like they're also like a shark design, you go after them like that. Like I'm like you're giving her a bad rep. Like that's good. You know?
Yeah. I
Like,
heard about that happening, but I didn't know it happened so often.
It happens quite often. Like big VTuber fans, if they see a small VTuber with any even similar design, like they go after them. Like they're protective.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I mean like I get it, wanting to support your Oshi, wanting to protect them. I get it, but again, this community is it's so big. You're bound to find something that is similar. Now, obviously, if there's too much of a similarity, whereas in you put them on top, like the pictures on top of each other, and it's like virtually the same, then like yeah, that's bad because that's kind of like tracing art, and we all know tracing art. Okay, tracing art to practice, to learn, in my opinion, is not bad, but to make it as a commission and to publicly put out and claim that that is your that I think that's bad. Like there's like different limits to it.
Yeah. Because I think there was like one time where I saw a design and I was like, ah, that kind of reminds me of someone. So I looked at another image and I was like, oh wait, that looks exactly like, is this their account?
Yeah.
It turns out a bot, it was like a GFX bot. It stole someone's like VTuber illustration.
No, those GFX box, they do it so often. My friend got her stuff stolen too, and we mass reported it.
That's how you, yeah, and I don't even know, because I think sometimes Twitter does something and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and I'm like, so are you gonna be Twitter's Twitter. It's a hellhole right now.
Oh yeah, it's very bad. I only use Twitter for really networking and not really too much of anything else.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people, honestly.
Because that's all it's kind of good for, because every time you like think you understand the site, it changes. And
exactly.
And then like, for example, it's like, oh yay, I finally have a tweet that popped off, and then it's like, what do I do from now?
What do I do from now? And it's like, there's only certain things that will pop off in the Twitter space, and then other times like it won't. You're like, what? Excuse me?
I think there's a lot of people that can't figure out the site. But honestly, yeah. I just reach out to mods with the site. That's all I do.
Yeah, I just tend to put like funny little rants. Like I post content, of course, then I just tend to I just do my own thing.
Right, because when it comes to like giving very specific life updates, I usually save that for Discord. I don't put it in Twitter.
I mean, I put some on Twitter, it depends. If it's like a big announcement, like for example, when I went into hiatus, I put it on Twitter. And I put like a whole like twit longer, I think. Just explain it, because like it's way too short for like it's way too long for me to put it within like how characters Twitter has. So I'm like, yeah, like like I'm going on hiatus and stuff. So yeah.
I'd rather like type everything out on Discord and then screenshot it, put it on Twitter.
True, that works too.
Rather than typing everything like twice and I'm not gonna pay a monthly subscription to type more on Twitter.
Me neither. It's not even worth it.
No,
you don't even get that much.
If
like,
you had like a huge following, sure, but
I don't
have a big following on Twitter, so I'd rather just not.
I don't either. I'm living my best life.
Exactly. And if anybody wants to know anything more specific, I'll just save it for the Discord server.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I just adjusted my chair and I almost kicked the power cord to my PC. That would have been so awkward.
Ain't no way.
I did that once. I did that while I wasn't streaming though. And I was like warming up in Overwatch in a regular game. Because I was going to queue for comp. And like right when I pressed the button to queue for comp, I kicked my cord off and I unhooked my PC. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't actually queue in a game.
Oh my god.
But then it was very weird. I was like, how did I even do that? I've never done that before. I keep staring at your card. I'm so obsessed with card designs.
Card is cool.
Yeah, when I used to use Linktree, but then another VTuber suggested card, and I was like, this is a game changer. This is nice. I don't even use my my Linktree anymore.
I felt that. I never had a Linktree, I think. I just had the card.
Good. Just keep with the card. Everything else is irrelevant. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, so real.
What type of ideas do you have for a 2.0 design?
If I were to go into design, so my current design is cute, you know? They're very cutesy. If I were to get a different outfit even, I'm probably gonna go with like, I don't know, either we're gonna go tech streetwear or we're gonna go full on very like, it doesn't fit me, but I just want it very much. And you gotta be like very like, I've seen like these like VTubers and they have like all these like really pretty but low-key revealing outfits. I'm like, I kind of want one.
And what did you say? It was modern? Because your mic cut out a little bit.
Oh, mommy dommy.
Okay, that's not what I thought you said at all.
Yeah, so it's either cool street tech wear or we go the other route. It's one of the two. Like,
I love how you say tech wear, Dami Mommy, as you're sitting here wearing like a very fluffy.
Yeah, as I'm wearing like the cute, as I'm wearing like one of the cutest outfits, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a mommy Dami.
I just imagine you saying that while you're wearing a very traditional hanfu, like, yeah, I want to be a Dami Mommy.
Oh my god. So technically my dress is like a modern hanfu. I used to have like a traditional hanfu. I don't know that. I might in the future go back to like a very traditional hanfu, but like, hey yo, like why not?
I guess like in a 2.0 design, you can always have those toggles. If you really want.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with that at all. Because you can be like, here's how I look during the day, and then here's how I look during the night. Let's go.
Yeah.
What is the next section that we have? Oh, so our next section is more on economy and finance. And I know this sounds more like a serious section, but it's not. It's more so like, and you don't have to go into specifics on where you're located. Please don't dox yourself. But
real.
And how has your country's financial situation affected your VTubing journey? Like, for example, if you were involved in the GPU apocalypse like I was.
Our financial situation, huh? Well, fuck inflation. First and foremost, fuck inflation. I'm genuinely not kidding. I used to be able to get a meal when I ate. I used to be able to get a meal for like what? Like max $15 Canadian. $15 Canadian. I'm of the maple syrup land, and I don't mind doing that.
I can't.
But now, just for freaking food court meal, it costs $20. Excuse me, for one meal. Now imagine if I were to eat out for both meals of a day. That's $40 a day. Times you need to eat 7 times a week. That's $280 a week. Minimum.
And if you work minimum wage, you'll never afford that.
Minimum wage, I work, like, currently minimum wage here in Canada is about, like, at least where I am, is about $16-ish. About $16-ish dollars. If I worked minimum wage full-time, and mind you, full-time means you can only work 5 times a week, you get $640.
That's over a quarter of your check on food right there.
That's ridiculous that you have to spend that much on food. Like, what? Excuse me?
I didn't realize how bad the food prices were until I went grocery shopping, and I was spending $200 on one grocery trip.
Right? Like, groceries are expensive. Like, nothing's cheap anymore. And then, like, even, like, public transport is, like, raising. Like, public transport here used to be, like, maybe, like, $2-ish. Now it's, like, what? And public transport is the easy way to go. Because if you want to get gas. Okay, so let me break it down. I don't know what the gas prices are like in the US. But average gas here costs about $2 a liter. I know you guys go by gallons in the US.
I'm putting it into Google now, ma'am.
So typically it's about 3.8 liters per gallon.
3.8 liters per gallon, and you have $2-ish per liter?
Yeah, so that means in Canadian it costs about 7.6 Canadian dollars for 1 gallon. Now 7.6 CAD USD, that's about like 5.6 USD a gallon.
A gallon?
Yeah, $5.60 for a gallon.
What?
And this is basic. If your car requires premium gasoline, it costs more.
Our gas at the moment is 4.96 Canadian dollars per gallon.
What the fuck? That's what gas prices used to be in Canada. Like, that's what it was like before inflation. Before, like, the COVID times and all that. This is what it was like.
I guess what I can say is, like, the gas might be cheaper, but the cars are more expensive.
I don't even know what a car price is like here, but, like, yeah.
I'm telling you. So my car costs USD to CAD. My car costs 28,628 CAD.
Jesus. All right. Okay, and like this is like all of this. I haven't even talked about rent yet. Rent's fucking ridiculous here. We have a house too. Like, rent's ridiculous. You have housing. It's just ass in general.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let me put the I'll make this very general. Our rent costs per month is 2,044 CAD.
2,044. And how, and like, is it a 2-bath? Like,
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Ew, what the fuck? Gross. That's okay, that's similar to rent here. But like, if you could go there are places that can charge up to there are places that can charge up to 3,000 Canadian.
For what? For what? 3-bedroom, 5-bathroom? What?
Like a 2-bedroom, 1-bath type of thing.
Movie. 2-bedroom, 1. I love how my like mood just switched up.
I know.
2-bedroom, 1-bath, 5K.
It could nearly. Honestly, fucking price renting is terrible. I was going apartment hunting, like just to see. Like I was just like looking, you know. I didn't want to move out yet, but I'm like, man, if I wanted to buy an apartment, how much would it cost me, right? I took a look. It would cost me at a good location nearly 1 million.
1 million?
I think so. I think that was the number. Unless I fucking forget, but like it was expensive. It was like at least like 800,000. At least 800,000, and I'm like, bruh.
Nightbot, stop being mean to Woovie. What are you doing?
The fuck?
Nightbot.
But yeah, like if I were to buy an apartment in a good location, like minimum like 800K. So I'm like, do I really want to move out? Like,
my gosh. So the way we call our monies dollars, what do you call your monies? What is the name of your currency?
Just the Canadian dollar.
Canadian dollar. Well, good news for you. You would definitely be able to afford all that if you sell one of your kidneys to the US, because a kidney here costs 600,000 Canadian dollars.
Well, time to sell my kidneys. How many kidneys we have? 2?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll sell 1. I can live with 1.
$1,600 a month for 600. Huh? Yeah. Canadian money is colorful, is it? Hold up.
It is really colorful. So we have our bills. We have $5 bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, $50 bills, and $100 bills. Our $5 bill is blue. Our $10 bill is purple. Our $20 bill is green. Our $50 bills are red, and then our $100 bill is like a brownish color.
Oh, okay, I see it. Your Canadian money is definitely supportive of the legitimate Aqua community.
Legitimate Aqua, yeah. Also, we have we have coins. We have a thing called a loonie, and then we have a toonie. Yeah, so our loonie is our $1 coin, and then our toonie is our $2 coin.
Oh, Canadian loonie.
And then we don't have pennies anymore, mind you. Like we abolished pennies.
You abolished pennies.
Yeah, pennies are not a thing anymore. We don't have pennies anymore. So anytime if it's something like, let's say, if something was like $8.97, it will just be round up to like $9, stuff like that. Or like if it's like $8.81, it'd be like $8.80. Yeah, they got them years ago. They got rid of them years ago.
Pennies were deemed useless by the government in Canada, so they got rid of them years ago. Dang.
Yeah, they're like,
why do we still have pennies then? What?
I don't know. This is, I guess, the US. They're like, pennies are important. We gotta give the precise change. Anyways, but so we don't have pennies. We still have our nickels, and then we still have our nickels. We still have our dimes. We have our and then we have our loonies and toonies.
That's so cute.
Yeah, our loonies and toonies. Anytime I tell someone who's in Canada toonie, they're like, "What the fuck is a toonie?" And then I'm like, "Oh yeah," like I'm like, "It's loonies." I'm like, "It's 2 loonies," and they're like, "What's a loonie?" And I'm like,
Thank you for the follow, movie. I wouldn't even know what to give a person if it's like, oh yeah, that's like 4 dimes and 5 toonies. Not like 5 toonies. I'll give them like Daffy Duck stickers.
"Oh, ain't no way, ain't no way."
Have fun lurking. Your loonie is really shiny though. It got a duck on it.
It got a geese, I think.
Oh wait.
Geese.
Oh yes. Well,
it's the infamous geese, I think.
Is it really called the infamous geese?
No, but it's okay. Canadian geese are fucking scary. All right, they're scary. They will attack people unprovoked.
Let me Google a picture of a Canadian geese. Oh, it's these types of geese. Yeah, these guys are brutal. They're bad here too.
Yeah, they hate people. Oh my gosh.
It's called I think the species of this goosey goose in particular is called a Brent geese. We have yeah, Brent.
Really?
B-R-E-N-T.
Yeah, we just call it a good Canadian goose. But it's like I think it's like the Branta whatever the fuck. But yeah, like this geese hairy. It fights. It shits a lot too.
It does. We're always told to just stay away from them.
Oh yeah, there was this video of this Canadian guarding a door and no one can get into the building or come out of the building. Funny.
They're like, all right, who's gonna sacrifice themselves to the goose first?
Oh yeah.
Because they hit hard. They're very sturdy birds.
They hurt. They hurt.
And they're everywhere. And then there's some of them that will walk up close to you, but you just don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh, exactly. You just don't know.
And they're heavy. They can grow up to 12 pounds.
Right?
Because some people be like, it's duck season. For who? For us? The duck's gonna be hunting us?
Exactly. Like, they hunted us or what?
There was one time I was going jogging around my parents' house, and it was a nice day. It was like really breezy, really chilly outside, and I ran into a wild turkey, and I had no idea that we had turkeys.
Oh.
We usually don't. Like, we have deer, I guess. A couple of these chongus geese, and that was my first time seeing a turkey. I took a picture of it, and I was like, Mom, I saw a turkey out in the wild, and she was like, what? I was like, in the park. And she was like, we don't have turkeys out here. And my mom been living in that neighborhood for like 20 years. And then I showed her a picture, and she was like, oh, good Lord, there's a turkey.
Oh, good Lord.
Just a whole turkey. It's kind of like one of our national zoos let a bunch of turkeys or birds like walk around, because we have a bird sanctuary at our zoo. So if you walk around a zoo, there's just random birds walking past you and stuff.
I see.
And chickens. There's like chickens, turkeys, geese, and doves that will just fly and walk past you or poop on you.
Oh, what the heck? Birds are scary.
They can take over the world whenever they want to. They just choose not to.
Right? God, they're scary.
You know what else is scary? Groundhogs.
What?
Do you guys have what? Well, you probably do have groundhogs in Canada, but they're not something that you see every day.
They're not something you see every day. They're not common.
So groundhog is like what's a good way to describe this? You can Google it.
I know what it is, but I'm like, huh?
Because we've been having an issue with them lately, and it's very weird. And I mean locally, and I don't mean the U.S. as a whole, but in my area, in my city, we've been having issues with them because a lot of my friends and I have started gardening as a really good hobby, and but all of us have a groundhog issue all of a sudden.
Oh, damn.
Because groundhogs are like, they're not hostile like geese. They'll freak out really bad if you get near them, like a cat full of anxiety. But they will eat your vegetables, and they will sit on your porch like they pay rent.
Damn. Okay, then.
There's a video I saw on TikTok, and it was of a groundhog that ate this farmer's vegetables every day, and it will sit in front of the security camera and just nom on it.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Groundhogs are hilarious. Except for the ones that's been chewing up the roots of my garden. That one can go fuck off somewhere.
Ooh. Yeah. That sounds horrifying.
Yes, so please, there's not really a way to get rid of them without killing them. My mom said that she was going to keep on harassing the groundhog. The groundhog she has in her yard lives in a tree trunk.
She's just going to keep harassing it, I guess.
Yeah, does a bunch of petty stuff. Like while it's napping, she will put like this ghost pepper hot sauce around its burrow.
Oh.
Like she'll put the hot sauce in a water bottle and dilute it with water and just spray inside the burrow when it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Hates the smell, so it'll just like try to migrate somewhere else and then she'll spray that area. She's very petty about it.
Damn. Okay.
Do you guys have like a random fuzzball animal that you like see very often in Canada?
Canada. I mean, depending on where you are in Canada, there's animals you can. I think the most common ones I see here are bears.
Bears? What the?
Dude, in the summertime, my fence got destroyed by a bear.
A bear.
A bear. I caught it on camera
bear.
too. A whole ass bear. No, it was a whole ass mama bear with cubs. With 3 little cubs. I was like,
a whole
okay.
family.
A whole family of bears. So there's bears, there's raccoons. I fought a raccoon actually on campus. Yeah, it stole my backpack, so I fought it.
You got robbed by a raccoon?
I really did get robbed by a raccoon. I was trying to do some homework on one of like those like benches with tables and all that at my campus, and it was outside. I was sitting there and I had my backpack and I was like writing something. All of a sudden I felt something. I turned to my left and there's a fucking raccoon there. I'm like, what the fuck? It has no fear of me, and then it just tries to steal my backpack and it's going through my shit. I'm like, ain't no way I'm about to square up with a raccoon. But I did. I squared up with a raccoon.
Did you win?
Oh hell! I mean, I gave it my Starbucks drink, so we had a compromise.
Your Starbucks? Did you? I can't believe you got robbed by a raccoon.
I got robbed by a raccoon.
Now I know that raccoons over here in the U.S. If you're like in the southern U.S., then you can. A nickname for a person that robs and thieves a lot is a raccoon. So if you were to have said that to somebody in southern U.S., they would have thought you were talking about a human. Until you had to reiterate, like, no, a raccoon, like a Furberry, walk on 4s.
Like, damn.
I got robbed by a raccoon on Minecraft.
On Minecraft? No way.
Yeah, because I downloaded the Better Minecraft mod pack.
Yeah.
And I never played it before, so I was just like walking around, admiring my shaders, you know. And then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get hungry," so I killed some cows, made a, oh my gosh, what's it called? Made an oven, stove, whatever. What is it called? Smoker? I don't know. I made that, so I'm just standing next to it, waiting for the meat to cook, doing my little dance, doing my little dancey dance. And then I was like, "Oh, the raccoons in this texture pack look so cute. Look at it!" And then it snatches the meat right out of my oven, and I'm like, "Are you kidding?"
Damn.
It ran, and I had to go after it because that was my only piece of meat, and I was gonna starve.
Yep. Damn. Raccoon said, "Fuck you. I'm gonna steal all your meat."
Oh my god, raccoons kind of suck. I had to stop in the middle of the road on my way to work at 5 in the morning because a raccoon was just contemplating whether I wanted to cross the street or not, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're finicky creatures.
Very finicky. The creatures that I know that we have that I don't see very often are foxes, ironically, because I'm a fox.
Foxes are cute.
They're so cute. Have you heard the sounds that they make?
Yes.
They're like the small little yippy noises, I guess.
Yeah, they're so adorable.
Too bad you have to. I think over here, I don't know how it is in Syrup Land, but over here in the land of the Glocks, you have to have a certification before you can own a fox.
Damn.
Because it's technically still like wildlife, and some species you can't touch, some species are protected.
Oh yeah, I definitely get that.
So you have to go through this whole process to get a fox, but to get a gun, oh, you just need money for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, my country is so weird. I just happen to stop and think about all the strange things that are in my country. Like the deep fried hamburgers.
Deep fried hamburgers, that's a thing.
Oh, it's like there's a specific hamburger from a family chain restaurant here, and it is like a triple cheeseburger that's 15 pounds, and then it's covered in cheese, and then it's deep fried, and then it's covered in cheese again, and then deep fried again, and then they serve it to you.
Okay then. Okay then.
How anybody eats it, I have no idea. I've seen it. I almost threw up by looking at it, but it's a thing. But guess how much it costs? $25 for that single burger.
What the fuck? Damn. Shit really do be too expensive these days.
Exactly. There is a restaurant around here too that costs like $500 for a single course meal.
Nope. 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 Goodbye.
You're like, I'll see you later.
I'd simply just pass away.
What?
Because ain't no way am I spending $500 for one meal.
If you had unlimited funds, how much would you spend on your 2D model?
On my 2D model? Ooh. I think if I had unlimited funds, oh god. I think I would
Cry? You would probably cry.
I'd probably cry first of all. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have unlimited funds. I think okay. There's one artist that I really like. I need to just double check her pricing because I'm pretty sure her like full body model prices now are like I just need to double check real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 7K. So
Huh?
art full body 7K, and I would like some extra hairstyles, you know, extra hairstyles, extra outfits, stuff like that. Probably do some rigging. All right, so obviously the best out of the best, we can all agree, or like some of the best out of the best is Iron Vortex. Like
Iron Vortex is amazing.
Like they're some of the pioneers of, I would say, L2D. If not Iron Vortex, it's this guy called Kevin. Yes,
yeah!
Kevin. Funnily enough, Kevin and I talked to Kevin like once a long time back. It was really funny because he was like, "Oh yeah, like L2D seems fun." Like it was a really brief interaction, but like, did I see him like pop up? And I'm like, damn, he's working with like all these big like VTubers and all that, like VShojo and all that. Damn.
Yeah, he made I think 2 or 3 of Iron Mouse's models.
Yeah. So like I would probably get his rigging.
His rigging's amazing.
I know. And it's like it's good pricing for what he's doing. You get what I mean? Like I've seen some riggers charge 5K. Now that's their pricing, and that's like, you know, kind of like a different tier and all that. If they believe that's what their artwork entails, that's what their artwork entails. Like who am I to judge, right? Like I don't know what goes behind, you know, how like all the work that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if they believe that, you know, 5K is what their artwork is, then that's what it is. But like I really like Kevin's work.
Kevin's work is great. I haven't seen his prices at all. I assume that his minimum will probably be 3K or something.
His base price is like 2.4.
Oh, okay.
It's actually not bad. Because like you'll get the premium bouncy rigging.
Mm-hmm.
So like
we all love the bounce.
It's not bad. Like I genuinely, if I have the funds for it, I might try for him. There is another person I would maybe go for. His name is Yunabuna. He's a less known LTD rigger. He's actually known for making league content. He's actually he's a streamer and YouTuber who starts dabbling in like art, especially in LTD rigging. His rigging is actually also pretty good. I've seen.
Are you able to send me a link?
Yes, I can. I actually have seen his. I actually seen from previous to now, and I'm super. I'm actually. Like, it is not bad at all. And I'm like, okay, mister. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I'm able to learn.
I don't know if I'm able to learn about this.
Like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'm too impatient. I'm too impatient. But yeah, like, his things are really, really nice. As well.
It is very bouncy.
It's also bouncy. It is also very bouncy.
I always wanted to have Kevin as like my rigger for a 2.0 model. If I could only just find the artist that I liked.
For real. Wait, I never sent you my Vtubermemes art.
Oh, yay.
Let me send you like some of her examples, like the one that she had. So she's from a guild, like those commission guilds.
Oh.
And then I just messaged her privately because she's Chinese, so I just spoke to her in Chinese. So, and oh my god, like I'm telling you, that she does, I'm like, it's so nice. Like I feel like it fits my current design. If you know what I mean. Like there are certain artists who specialize in a certain design. And then I'm like, her style fits like with my design. Kind of like on like the cuter side and what. She has done some more mature designs as well though. It's like I'm telling you. Oh, it's so pretty. It's gorgeous.
Oh, these are glorious looking works.
And she has 200, more than over 200 kitties.
Huh? 200?
Yeah, I've got like over 200 siblings. She's 200, over 200 views.
How long has she been doing this for?
Don't know. But she has over two. She had a challenge which was post a VTuber child every day for like 50 days.
Post of
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's a little crazy.
And she illustrates? And she just illustrates?
Yeah, she just illustrates.
Oh my goodness, one of your siblings got their toes out.
Oh yeah, one of my siblings does got her toes out.
Got the toes? Oh, one of them's wearing a wedding dress. That's really cute.
I know, I loved her. I was like, that's really interesting. Like
she does the ombre hair really well, because I know you said that you were...
Yeah, I was like worried about, can they do ombre well? See that? So I'm like, okay, I have nothing to worry.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I get overwhelmed when I look at art from like multiple artists, because I always wonder like, oh yeah, which artist do I like? You only, of course, makes sense. Well, you don't have to pick just one, but of course you have to pick just one for rigging and one for illustration. But you fall in love with multiple different types of designs, and you're just like,
I saw another commission guild recently, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna stick with my mom.
Have you ever been on Vgen?
I have. I actually have a Vgen customized cursors.
I saw the customized cursors.
Yeah, I'm waiting on. So cute.
Oh, did you commission somebody for one?
Yeah, I did.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting on, like, you know, she has a long wait list. Dang. Or like work queue and all that. She has a long. Holy.
I think I only commissioned somebody for the panels, not for anything else. I think.
Ah, I see, I see.
Me and another VTuber are gonna get art together, and
Yeah.
so we've been looking for a scab artist for the longest. We
Oh my
can't
god.
decide.
Message me after this and I'll get you a list.
Okay.
I'll get you a list, don't worry.
That would be helpful because we got like a theme, we got like a color and everything. I know that she does plan on rebranding, so I didn't know if she wanted to do it before or after the rebrand.
Okay. I see.
But either way, we were gonna take the. She didn't know which one she wanted to do either, so we were just gonna take that time to decide like which artist we would want. We have the same taste in pretty much everything, so.
I see.
So it's not that we can't agree on an artist; it's just that me and her can't find one we like enough. Because it's probably gonna be like $160 to like almost $200 scab, so we want to get somebody really good to do it.
No, I agree with that.
Oh my gosh, we got distracted. What was the next question I had?
I don't know.
Wait, put up the question. I have so many tabs open now because I was like converting Canadian dollars to regular dollars, looking at VJ, looking at
everything else.
Everything else. Oh, how do you overcome creative blocks or what's the other word? Burnout. There we go. Creative blocks or burnout.
I think when I know that there's a whole thing of being scared of being left behind or whatever. In this community, we're always like, oh, I gotta help on this. Number one, if you do that, and it's because like you're feeling about it. And it's like you need to take a break. And it's like I feel like the one thing I want to tell, it's okay to take a break. People are like, oh, I'm gonna, maybe that's true, but if you created a community you buy no matter what, they're okay with waiting. They want you at the best anyways. Like if you're burnt out and you're trying to push out content, it's not going to be your 100%, and you're going to look back, you're not going to be satisfied with yourself. So save yourself that and just take a break, take a breather, and then come back to it at 100%.
That is very true.
Like I feel like so many people just, you know, they just are like, I gotta keep going, and I'm like, no, you don't. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to keep going if you don't want to, and if you're like very tired or something, you shouldn't push yourself when you're already tired.
Right? Like you don't have to push yourself.
I think it's like more so the pressure of people saying, like, because there's a high saturation of VTubers right now, right? So, and everybody's trying to make it. There's more people trying to do this as more of a full-time thing rather than people trying to just do it as a hobby or stick to that because they see the potential in what they're doing, but they're also draining themselves while doing it.
Yeah, they are.
And it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it definitely does suck. So, like, at this point, you just kind of have to, you know, it's okay to take a break. Like, it's completely okay to just take a break and relax and then come back to it. You know, I feel like I do that with all my homework. I'm just gonna take a break. I'll come back to it later. Finish it. As long as you, like, actually finish it. You know? Like, you also can't, like, half-ass anything. So you definitely need to come back. If that's your plan, though. If you don't think that's your plan, okay to, okay, I don't know if this is for me. Like, it's okay to let people know. But yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people take this as an easy cash situation. And it's like, I'm like, no, it is not. The amount of time, effort you spent,
And I think that's what leads a lot of people to quit VTubing after a year. I feel like I guess this year I've been paying attention more, so this could have been happening all along. But to me, it feels like this year more people have graduated than I've ever seen.
Yes. And I think it's because it become it's become just like, you know, kind of it's just become very like, I know that a lot of people, especially as a way safe place, but I think it became something wasn't, which is sad, honestly. It's so sad.
It just seems like a competition. Yeah, it does just seem like a competition.
It does.
Yeah, there's like a lot of people nowadays that instead of posting content, they just post like bait things.
Right. It's like, oh, VTubers, drop your PNG, VTuber like support thread or whatever. And I'm like, this is cute and all, but this is also very clickbait.
It's super clickbaity. I personally hate the I just want to find friends post or something like that. Now, if you actually want to and you're actually scheming through and trying to message people, okay, cool. But if you're just like spamming stuff out like that just for the engagement, then you're not gonna get far. And I'm probably gonna block because there's some people that just spam that and I hate seeing that every 3 seconds.
Yeah, no, I get that. I kind of wanted to do a test one day because I've never once in my career, I guess, posted anything like, oh, post your PNG, like I would love to be friends. Like I've never done anything like that before. I wanted to do a test of like, what if I were to do that? Like just how much engagement can, because like I'm wondering, like, does it have to do with the algorithm? Like, what does it do? You know, I just want to see. I am curious.
I was bored one day and I just put, oh, drop your PNG and I'll give you like a Genshin element. And I goofed up because it got like a lot. I had 324 responses and I was like, what in the
fuck no. Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
So then I was like, well, now I have to talk to everybody. Like, this sucks. I didn't think it was gonna get engagement, and it did.
And then it did. It got like more than you expected.
Way more. I wasn't bad. I was like, well, opportunities exist, I guess, but but I was like, man, how did this happen? Because it's always the one post or the one piece of content that you just never would think would get really popular. The Smash or Pass VTuber always gets so every other person is posting a Smash or Pass every other day.
Yeah, and then at some point I'm just too lazy to even join. I'm like, okay, like I'm tired. I don't care.
I've joined a couple when I was first started being a VTuber. I didn't expect anybody to actually like talk about my model or anything, but then they did, and then they clip and send it to me, and I'm like, oh crap, you for real?
Like I don't mind it, but like I'm just at the same time I'm like, it happens every other day. There's way too many for me to care.
Exactly. It just gets old really quickly. And what I'm guessing is that the people that post the things that are like that, the things that are very repetitive, that same content isn't working anymore. So like the same people aren't getting the same traction anymore. So they're just graduating.
Yeah. I mean, also some people are graduating because like they realize that they can't keep VTubing as a real job. Like they're just never gonna make it. So
yeah, so they're just like, oh, because there was one person that I followed and I really liked her model. It was Hanasuki. And I followed her as soon as she debuted because I just thought that her concept and everything was so cute. And then, like, I think she might have actually mentioned it throughout her journey, but she was like, oh, yeah, like a year had passed by. And since I can't do this full time after a year. I'm just gonna quit. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, dang. And then boom, she was gone. And I didn't know if she was serious or not until she put up her VTuber as an adopt. And I was like, oh man.
Oh damn.
It kind of sucks because her debut was just so successful. I think she got like she got affiliate immediately, and then she had like, I don't know, like 20-30 CCV. And then she kept up with that, and then she just called it quits.
Oh, I see, I see.
Which that's fine. Like if she wants to do that, then she wants to do that. But like, wow, you see a lot of debuts, but not a lot of them are like as successful. And I feel like the ones that get successful, they just end up graduating, and that kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, I feel like.
I think I can count on both my hands how many. I think on just this week, I've seen like 9 graduation letters on Twitter.
Yeah, it happens quite a bit.
Yeah, I get it though. Like this is a hobby for a lot of people, but it is one of those like sensitive type of hobbies because you do make a lot of friends while doing this. So there are people that will miss you if you go.
Yes.
But everybody has to do this for their own mental health and well-being, and that's fine. I'm not gonna cry about it or anything.
I know, same.
So, in your experience, what is the importance of collaborations when it comes to content creation?
Collaborations. I think it's a good thing to have collabs. It allows you to, allows you to branch out and like give yourself an opportunity to showcase who you are to a different audience, especially if it's not like your own friend group or whatever. Like it definitely gives you the chance. But there are certain times where one person's entire stream or like content becomes like a collab. Like they don't do like solo streams anymore. Like they only do collabs, and like not that there's anything wrong with it per se, but it's like people aren't there for you anymore. They're there for the people that you collab with. So it's not necessarily your own community. It's just kind of like a hub almost. Like it's like a place where like people can see like their other favorite VTuber.
Yeah, in their community.
Yeah, so it's like it's not your own community anymore, and like, oh, but this is this and that. I'm not saying it's not good to have collabs. Collabs are great. I love collabs. I love friends. You know, it's all amazing. But you also have to do solo streams to let people know what your personality. It's simple. It's just simple as that.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was somebody, there was another guest on the show that had that same issue. Like she said that she did a whole bunch of collabs at the beginning of her journey and it got her a large following, but she did so many collabs that she didn't even know what type of content she wanted to do on her own. Like she was like, should I do chatting streams? Like because her community was made up from so many different communities that she had no idea what they would like and she had no idea what she would like.
Mm-hmm.
So she was just concerned about it.
Yeah, and that's the issue with collabs. Again, it's not bad to have a lot of collabs. It's definitely not bad. But because of having all these collabs, you're not creating your own community. People are only following you just play games with this and this person or that and that person. Like that's kind of it. And that's the sad part about it.
If you had an option to collab with anybody in the VTuber community, who would you collab with?
Even corpo VTubers?
Even corpo.
Yamino. I really want to collab with you. There's a few reasons why. Alright, so I knew I knew about his past life. In his past life. And I've always admired him. Like even though I didn't know much about VTubers, I've seen him pop up on my like You page and all that. I guess technically he was the first ever VTuber that I saw, in a way.
Mm.
But I think another thing is, number one, I feel like like the way we joke and all that is very similar. Like literally, like I'll say things like A or whatever. Like I'll do the exact kind of humor, because that's the humor me and my friends have. That's the kind of humor me and my friends have. So I feel like number one, humor would be a match. Number two, we both like the Hopcon Valo.
Oh
we
my
both
gosh.
we both like the Hopcon. Obviously, he's better than I am, but like we both like. And then I think another thing is he's really good at like programming and math and all that. Like he's big brain.
He's big brain.
He's big brain. I'm not big brain. I'm not saying I am small brain, but I also am learning programming, maths, and all that. So like, you know, I have so many questions to ask him. I'm just like, how the f do you do this? There's so many questions to ask him.
Oh my gosh.
Shuyamino. He is my second Oshi. My first one is Ike Eveland. I love Ike as well. I find myself, I know that whole thing about like Niji versus. I like both. Genuinely, I like both of them. They're all great.
Hi, Davis. Thank you for the hydrate.
God, I really want some fried chicken right now. I just got a random ass craving for fried chicken.
Korean fried chicken?
I don't know. I just want fried chicken.
Just
like something just came over me, and I'm like,
did you get possessed? Like, what the heck do you mean?
I don't know.
Should I expect you to turn into a chicken at some point?
Oh
my gosh. And now we're gonna get to our closing questions for this segment. So our first closing question is, if you were to start your VTubing journey over again, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? I think one thing that I would do would be, I think mainly for me was, I came up with I changed my name because it didn't feel like who I was, like it didn't feel like me. I feel like before I even jumped into the scene, I feel like I would like to just have research a little bit more about everything and like actually come up with an idea, because the name YingYue came literally because it was my account. So I didn't even really create like a special like VTuber name or whatever. Like I just started off YingYue. And then about a year into that, I felt like that just isn't me anymore. So I had to change my name. Now I feel more comfortable in this. So I think Ellie, choosing your name is super, like I know people, it's just a name. Yeah, it's just a name. That's your identity. Like that's you. So I feel like definitely trying to know like what my name is. Definitely that is something.
You took your name super seriously. I think your name is cute though.
It is cute, but at the same time, I'm like, names are really important. I feel like, because like people associate, like people are like because they're like, okay, let's be honest, names are also hard. Like there's so many like similar names. There's always like this like Kyo, this June, that Yozora or something like that. Like there's a lot. So it's like having a special, like your own kind of like individual name. Like it's so nice. Like, cause like people know, hey, that's you. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I try not to make anything too complicated when first coming up with my name. I wanted something very simple, but cute.
I get it.
But coming up with something simple and cute is very difficult.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And our second closing question is, since this is a VOD, you know, and this is going on YouTube and stuff, what message do you have for the YingYue of the future? If she were to ever, well, she hasn't you, were to ever look at this, like maybe a year from now.
A year from now? I think a huge thing I want to tell her is that, number one, I'm proud of no matter what she does. Like, I'm sure she'll definitely make some choices, and she'll probably have some doubts. I want to tell her, like, don't doubt yourself. Like, you're in whatever decision you make, just remember to rush them. Take your time, think about it, and then you'll make the right decision because you listen to your guts a lot more. Oh, I listen to my guts a lot more now. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I think and just the fact that, like, me currently, I don't think I will regret a lot of things. I don't think I will, like, whatever she decides to do. I won't regret it.
You heard that. You can go over and you can dump a body into a ditch and she'll still be proud of you.
Hell yeah.
What the heck? Please don't do that.
I mean, there's some people.
And if you do that, then Matcha has nothing to do with it. I am not an alien. I'm not an alias. Not an alias. Accomplice. There we go.
Yeah, alias. All right.
I couldn't think of the word. I was like, I'm not an alias, but that's not what I meant.
Oh my god.
Alrighty. Do you have any closing statements before we wrap up this stream?
I want to first thank you, Matcha, for having me on here. It was really, really nice. It was just really nice getting to talk to you. I feel like I know you, when you first had the idea of this, you were like, I didn't know how to organize all of this. I didn't know like what to do with everything. I feel like you did so well organizing everything and, like, you know, like keeping track of everything. Like, you generally did such a good, and like I can't wait to see like all the future episodes. I can't wait to see everything.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. It was fun having you on here as well. I'm apologize that your gas prices are so high. I didn't know about that.
What gas prices?
I was just like, shit, wow, another place other than the US that has extremely high gas prices and yours are worse? Oh my god.
Yeah. We
never
love
thought I'd see the day. Well, it was fantastic having you on, and I look forward to any other future episodes and or collabs that we do together, because I would love to do some more.
Me too.
Except for Valo, because I've only played Valo once and I don't have it installed. I apologize for that. I mainly only play Overwatch for my pew pew game.
I have Overwatch. I just am ass at it.
It's okay, I am too. Even though I'm plat.
Gross. Overwatch. Oh my god, Overwatch.
Yeah. Well, plat doesn't mean I'm good. It just means I'm platinum is just
Plat.
shiny ass.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Well, also, thank you for everybody for watching, and thank you to everybody in the VOD later on that will be watching. We will see more of YingYue another time, but for right now, we're gonna wrap up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye-bye.